Welcome to part 4 of 4. Yay! And thanks for supporting and following the videos. Okay, I just finished going all the way around. That turned out so nice. And the only part now I'm going to do is her earring. And what I did, I already went through and picked some little tiny sequins and some more brass beads. Um, well, brass color, they're not brass. Copper, brass, yeah. And I already cut my thread and I anchored it on her earring. I took a few stitches, knotted it so it's right here. Here's my needle. So I'm going to go right up to the base of her ear, where that earring is, and bring this thread out. And I'm going to start designing her some earrings. Put that there. Pick up a little bead, put in the middle. I think I'm just going to do a row of the little, pull that kind of tight so that bead will pop up. And right next to it, I'm coming up again right there. And picking up another little tiny sequence, threading that on. Getting a little bead. Some of these check beads, they're kind of, and going right, I'm going at an angle because I want that bead to be right, um, kind of layered. I don't want a gap. I want a little, I want it overland just a little. So I'm going to go in again, right below that one. And put another little bead on. That's a little, oh, there it goes. Thought I was going to take it out. And don't be afraid to just, if something's not right, just take it and redo it. But that lined up pretty good. So we got 3. And I'm going to go, I want to go 5. I want to look a little, she had tiny earrings, but you know me, I'm like, more is better. I want her to have a little bigger earring on. That was there. Put a seed bead in the middle. Pull it taut. And I like odd numbers. So here's the 5th one. Going right in the middle of that one. Pull it tight. And the little seed bead, no, the little sequins. And that's going to be right there. And there we go. And I need a little action here. So what I'm going to do is come right back. I'm going to take a little stitch on the side. You see me coming out right there. Then I'm going to take this thread on that side. And then I want to come up right through the back of this last one. The last one I attached. I want to come up through the middle. Am I through the middle? Yeah, I think I'm there. Oh, don't look like I'm there. Take it right around again. I'm trying to go right through the hole of the last one. There it goes. That's exactly where I want to be. I came up right through the hole of this last sequence bead. I'm going to go right through there. And I'm going to put on 1, 2, 3 beads. Yeah, that'd be pretty. And I want a little dangle there. So where's a little, I had it here. One of the little flowers, I'm going to put it down, going down. So she's going to have a little dangle like that. I don't really care for that. So let me take that off. And what I'll do, I'll put on 3. And I like odd numbers, so I'll put on 4 more for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go back through the other side of that bead and make a circle. Yeah, that's better. That's a little elegant. And now to tie it off, I'm going to go back through those beads again. This is kind of reinforce it because like I do, people are going to touch this. And I don't want to. They can touch all they want because 2 pass-throughs of fire line, I might do 3. This is not going nowhere. They can touch till their little heart is content. There we go. Got a little circle there. And I'm going to take it through again, 2 beads. 1, sorry, I'm blocking the camera. But 1, 2. Pull that tight. I'm going through the middle. And I'm going to knot right there. Pull that. I'm knotting right there. I'm ending right in the middle of this right here. Then I'm going to go again. Okay, I'm going to go one more time. I could do another row, but that'll be a little gaudy. I'll just leave it at that because the little earring was kind of dainty, so I don't want to go over the top, but you could, I'm going to do it. Why not give her a big earring? And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. And I'm a 2, 2. So I'm going to go through the 3 at the bottom. And this stitch really is called a right angle weave. So it's funny how certain stitches, beading stitches, you could start using. And we could put stuff hanging from there, but I don't want it too, too distracting. So I'm going to pull to where I came. And I'm going to go back through about 3 beads that I added. Well, 2 beads came out there. Pull a little taunt and knot. I'm going to loop it through and knot it right there. Pull it tight and run it through. And I don't want to tack it down. I want it kind of loose and dangly like that, for the dimension. So I'm not going to knot it. I mean, I'm not going to tack it down. If I didn't want it to move any or just, I would tack it to, you know, um, wherever I want it to stay. Mhm. And because I know I knotted it down here, I'm just running it through um, these beads again. Just running it through, pulling it. Then I'm going to go back through the sequence where I started. I'll pull that little taunt. And go through the back side and loop it through and anchor that there. And I have a string here, so what I'm going to do is one, I do not want this going nowhere, two, and three. And this concludes Our Lady. Thank you.